HipoBook, powerful bookkeeping system. We will discuss invoices, debt invoices, debt customers, and sales in this video. Click on Sales menu to open all the sub-menus. Now let's start from invoices. You can use the date picker option to search for an invoice using a date, or you can input the invoice number to locate the invoice. The Reset button allows you to remove any entered values. Here, all I had to do was enter the invoice number, and it located the precise invoice I was looking for. You have the option to print an invoice. To accomplish this, simply click the print icon, and you can select to print on thermal paper or an A4 sheet of paper. By selecting the return icon, you can track back the refund and return any things that you may have returned. Simply mark it with a check mark. Choose the return quantity and the reason for return. If you'd like, you can also apply for a stock return here. After filling all the details, you'll get the option to return amount. To obtain an overview of the invoice, all you have to do is click on the I symbol. This page contains all of the invoice's information, and using the print button, you can even print it out. You can manage to change an invoice in any way you choose by using the delete button symbol. You cannot remove an invoice at any point in order to protect the HipoBook ecosystem and security. Let's now examine how to include a new invoice. Click the Add New Invoice button to add a new invoice. Select the items by clicking the Add Item button. I've chosen one item here, but you can choose more if necessary. Additionally, you will have a quantity selection choice from which to add quantity. Click the Done button when finished. Click the Change Customer button from Bill to Section to add customer information. By clicking on the Add New Customer button, you can add a new customer or store their information and choose from the drop-down selection. All you have to do is complete the New Customer Details form. I'm selecting a random customer from the old stored values to provide an example here. Recall that you can add items by scanning a barcode or by clicking the Add Item button. You have the option to add notes or terms and conditions. Additionally, you have the option of choosing cash, online, or check as your payment method. Recall that the transaction number or check number must be entered exactly when using the online check feature. After entering all of the information, you can choose to either print and save the invoice or just save it. For the Invoices section, that was all. Now let's get to the section on debt invoices. The Debt Invoices section functions similarly to the Invoices section in that you may search for any invoice by entering its number or by using the date to find any invoice. The Reset button facilitates the removal of the invoice's search data. You can view the debt invoice by clicking on the I symbol. Next, you can print the invoice on the paper of your choice, A4 or thermal paper, by clicking the Print button. You may now view the invoice by clicking on the invoice icon. Finally, but just as easily, you can alter the invoice by selecting the Delete button icon. Recall that the Delete option has been removed from the system in order to create a clean software for the HipoBook ecosystem. Now let's look at how to add a debt invoice. In the upper right corner, click the Add New Invoice button. Click the Change Customer button from Bill to Menu. If a customer's details have already been added, you can select them. If not, you can add a new customer by clicking the Add New Customer button. All you have to do is enter their information and save it. You can add notes or terms and conditions as per your choice. Don't forget to add items using the Add Item or barcode scan options. You can choose between cash, check, or online payment methods. Select an item by clicking the Add Item button, or utilize the scanning barcode method to utilize it. After choosing an item, you have the option to either save the debt invoice or save and print it, depending on your preference. That concludes the Debt Invoices section. Let's move on to the Debt Customer section. You can search for a debt customer by entering their name or phone number. Click the Add New Invoice button to add a new debt customer. Include a thing from Add an Item or choose Scan Barcode. Click the Change Customer button to add a new customer, choose an existing one, and add notes and terms and conditions according to your preferences. After choosing your preferred payment option, save the document or save and print it according to your needs. Recall that there are 3 different payment methods: check, cash, and online. Select the preferred option based on your needs. Now that we have finished the debt customer option, let's move on to the sales return option. If you need to discover any sales reports for the sales return option, you may either copy the invoice number or enter it in the Enter Return Number or Invoice Number and Search field. It's showing me empty because there wasn't any in my situation. In order to see how to add or manage a sales return, click the Reset button to clear the entered value. Click the Sales Return button to do it. You will be prompted by the HipoBook system to provide the invoice number after selecting the Sales Return button. All you have to do is enter the invoice number and press the Search button. It will ascertain the item and all other relevant data. Click the checkbox here, then select the return quantity and the reason for the item's return. Next, either tick the box to return the stock or click the Return Amount button if you don't want to. You have the option to disable the return mode by default, and the return date will be retrieved automatically. The HipoBook system's data will be immediately updated when you click the Return button. HipoBook, simplify your finances, amplify your success. Thank you for watching.